What's up guys, welcome to episode 2 of the vlog series of my Road to Men's Physique. It's quite funny actually because last night I ended up having a dream that it was competition day. I'd entered a men's physique show and I was freaking out because for some stupid reason I'd forgot to buy board shorts and I hadn't got my tan done and I was looking fluffy as fuck. So I decided to put out at the last minute, and I remember being really disappointed in myself in the dream, obviously as you would be in that situation, and it just made me laugh, and I thought I'd share that random fact with you before we get cracking. So anyways, back to the topic at hand. So this is episode 2 of the vlog series, Road to Men's Physique. So I'll start off by giving a little weight update. Annoyingly, my weight only crept up by 0.2 of a kilo from last week. Last week I weighed in at 81 kilos, and so this week it was 81.2. I did step on and off the scales a few times just to make sure that was accurate, and that was pretty much the average I was getting every time. So basically I'm going to be adding more food again next week. It's a nice problem to have, not gaining weight, because it just means you get to eat more and more food. So current macros for last week were around 3,270 calories, and that was made up of about 260 grams of protein, 250 grams of carbs, and about 130 grams of fat, just shy of 130 grams, I think it's about 127 grams. So what I'm going to be doing for next week is I'm going to be increasing the carbs again. That's what I've been doing because I think that if you've watched some of my other videos, I said I don't really play around with my protein values because I find that they tend to go up during the bulking phase anyways, as I add more carbs and fats that naturally contain protein, so I don't really need to specifically look at increasing that. If anyone has any differing views on that, then please let me know. I'm always interested in learning other people's views and learning other people's experiences, and just generally like soaking up as much knowledge as I can from other people. So if you think that it's valuable to play around with your protein values, then do give me a shout. Yeah, so with the fats, I don't really want to start increasing them too much over 130. Again, they're going to go up naturally because some of the carbs that I'll be adding will have some fats in them. But as I said, I'm only going to be playing around with the carbs for next week, so I'm going to increase it by another 50 grams, which I'm going to be adding to my post-workout meals, because I'm a firm believer that that's when the body's going to be most receptive to soaking up those carbs. The muscles are primed to soak up those carbs and start utilizing them to replenish glycogen stores and going towards repair and making the muscles grow. So they're going to be going in post-workout, and then we'll reevaluate. Wednesday next week is when I do my check-ins, so I'll do another weigh-in, see how I look, and then we'll reevaluate where we go from there. But it's all about taking it each week at a time, see how your body reacts to different things. Right, in terms of training, this week was the last week of the high volume part of my 3-week rotation that I run. So usually at this point I would start going back to my strength rotation as of next week, but I'm fighting a little bit of tendonitis at the moment, and I also need to go see a chiropractor next weekend to sort out what I think is a hip realignment issue that I need to have, which is causing me some issues with my glutes, my shoulder and my neck. I've had it for a while, but I've been too lazy to go check it out. But it's gotten to the point now where I just can't ignore it anymore. Don't follow my example because you need to sort these problems out before they create much bigger issues. So that's what I'm doing next weekend. Go see what the issue is, and I'll update you guys on that. And hopefully it will make a massive difference to my training again, because I find that some of my stuff, particularly in squats and deadlifts, have kind of stalled for a while, and I think that might be the issue for it. So what I thought I'd do next week, taking all those factors into consideration, is I think I'm going to start a deload week. I think it'll be a good time to do it because that will be sort of the 8th week of my bulk. And I've been feeling a little bit tired and run down as well. I think, to be honest, it's more the change of seasons than anything that I've been doing training wise or nutrition wise. But I think it'll be interesting because I've never done a deload week before. I understand the principle of it, but and I don't know whether this is mental or an actual physical thing, but naturally being a skinny kid, I've always found that I tend to look bigger, feel bigger, and get bigger by training more and more, and what some people might even consider overtraining. I didn't really put that much emphasis on rest days because I didn't find that they actually benefited me. But as I get older, I start to think that obviously the logic for rest days is there for a reason. We tear the muscles up in the gym and then they repair and grow when we rest. So now I'm putting a lot more emphasis on my rest days. I'm still doing my 3 days on, 1 day off approach at the moment, whereas usually I'd train for 6 days straight and then take 1 day off. Not even because I'd feel tired, but because I kind of have to have a day off at some point. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how a deload week would benefit me. So essentially what I'm going to be doing when I'm deloading is you go into the gym, it's kind of like an active rest week where you just do it to keep things ticking over. You don't go in there to push numbers, to push volume, to feel contractions. You go in there just to literally go through the motions. So you tend to half the volume of your sessions and half the weight you lift. So for example, instead of doing 4 sets at 100 kilos on squats, you do 2 sets at maybe 50 kilos for the sort of same amount of reps, just as I said, to keep things ticking over. So I'm really excited to do that and see how it benefits me, and then go back to strength after that. And it'll be really interesting to see how both the deload and going to see the chiropractor will actually benefit my new strength rotations. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. So I think I'm going to wrap it up there for this week. I look forward to keeping you guys updated on how I get on next week. As always guys, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up so I know, and make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on episode 3. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Peace out guys.